It's like...
No, you look at the camera.
What's going on, internet? How's it going? I love this fucking show sometimes.
What's going on, internet? I'm Dan Loder.
AKA Slodey.
And this is Dan Howles.
AKA...
And this.
AKA the better half.
And this is the 2D Show. So, Monday, we talked about going back in time and our favourite cartoons.
As we tend to do.
We went back.
Yes.
So now, Dove, I'm going to take you front ways. I'm going to take you forwards.
Take you front ways. I mean, buy me a drink first. Like, okay, where are we going to now?
I'm going to take you into the future, and I'm going to talk to you about Asgardia.
Is that where Thor lives?
No, could be.
Thor lives...
Someone called Thor wants to move to space in a couple of years. Asgardia is the space nation.
Wow.
You played Bioshock Infinite, haven't you?
I loved Bioshock.
Distinct similarities. They have a flying city.
Preach.
So, for the first time in history, a new nation has been created. Not on Earth, but in the heavens above.
I'm down.
Asgardia is the prototype of a free and unrestricted society which holds knowledge, intelligence, and science
This is Bioshock.
at its core, along with the recognition of the ultimate value of each human life. You can join like-minded people on this new exciting step in fostering an extended future for humankind. So, from what I've read about it, the eventual plan of this is to eventually launch like a space station the size of a country.
Really? Have they said how far away they are from
space.
this? Or like what's happening? How many members? What's that? Asgardians, 478,000.
478,679 people at the last count have given these people their email address.
Is that all it is, the mailing list?
I've signed up for it. I'm going.
Okay. So would you live in space?
That was going to be my question. So, there's like lots of logistical problems with this. Because like, first
space, for instance.
First of all, they're setting up a country. Second of all, they're going to put this country in fucking space.
This is one of many problems with building a new country somewhere inhabitable. There has to be two groups of people, the thinkers and the doers. There's always going to be the rich people who live in beautiful skyscrapers and there's beautiful statues and fountains and massive trees and it's very lush. It's what you think of sci-fi to be. What you don't see underneath the citadel is the fucking miners and the fucking people who are shoveling all the coal in. For instance, a train, old-timey trains, right? The carriages are very nice, very elegant, dining tables and stuff. At the front of the train is a kid covered in soot shoveling coal in. There has to be that worker class as well as the upper class. I'm assuming this city is going to be like most utopias, and it's like the best artists, the best scientists, the best biologists. They're not bound by government.
It'll be it'll be like a very selective process, I would imagine.
But then why couldn't you put your email address in?
I don't know what I've actually signed up for. I don't know if like sometimes when this has been set up, someone's going to bust my door down and be like, you signed up for this.
Bag on your head and
take me away.
What information do you have to put in?
My email address and what country I live in. Oh yeah, I have to give them my name.
Okay.
And like my, national insurance number. But those aren't important. Apart from that, all they wanted was a picture of your iris and like a recent CT scan, which, you need to put this on the back.
Oh, it's the fucking Colonel from KFC. Igor Ashherbally.
The founding father.
Dude, it's got like number of applicants.
Yeah, this is the countries that people have applied from.
So number one is China.
So the Chinese really want out.
So like, does it say their plan and how the fuck they're going to do this?
They've announced how they are going to govern it.
But not how we're going to build a fucking space station. That's the first step. Build the space station.
So their government structure. So the future space nation is to be governed by a council of 12 ministers.
The chosen
which
few.
will be appointed for the first few months until the first elections in June 2017.
So next year. Wow.
Made up of 12 ministries: the Ministry of Science, the Ministry of Industry, Ministry of Space,
the Ministry, you're in space.
Youth and Education, the Ministry of Integration, Ministry of Information and Communication, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Commerce, Finance, Safety and Security, and the Ministry of Justice.
Ministry of Justice?
I think that's
only
11.
Space Batman.
The 12th ministry is to be chosen from among those suggested by the Asgardia community on the nation's official Facebook page.
Like, share, and subscribe if you want to be a politician on Asgardia.
I might run for it.
Space Nation. Not a space station, a space nation.
Yep.
Love it. So, let's talk about the logistics of living in space for a second. Where are you getting oxygen from?
It is a logistical nightmare. Where are you getting food from? I'm assuming whatever system you go, it comes back to our discussion about how do you colonize Mars. The same principles, isn't it?
It's the exact same thing.
It's going to be an enclosed thing that you're going to have to put a roof on this thing, and then you're going to have to create an atmosphere inside that thing. And the best way to do that is probably to grow lots of plants.
Just have farms on farms on farms.
I doubt you'd be eating meat on this space station. You'd probably be eating more like corn.
How far away from Earth? Like in the atmosphere?
So I'm assuming like it's going to be like in orbit.
You could theoretically run food back and forth.
Very expensive to do.
It's very expensive anyway. Does it say how they're financing this at all?
No.
There's nothing on their own money.
All they've announced is that they're going to do it and that they have a government structure.
I'd love to live in space. In my head, I want to be a fucking space pirate. Because
It's-
international law, you cannot own anything in space. You could go to the moon, mine a bunch of fucking helium. I could come, jack it off you, come back to Earth. That's my fucking helium. You're just fucking cold corpse in space. No, you cannot own anything.
Really?
Because the idea was when Russia and US were Cold War crisis to get to the moon, they were like, wow, no one can own anything. It's for the betterment of the planet. So basically, Russia couldn't mine a bunch of shit and be like, oh, there's fucking gold on the moon. No one knew about this. Come back with a load of gold and be like, oh, well, we're fucking rich. So, Dan Howles, space pirate. I want a patch, a cool ass cape, which is pointless in space because there's no wind, I guess.
And like a mechanical wooden leg.
But a hologram of a parrot to just constantly project it.
You're a very steampunk space pirate here. Like, you would be like the fucking robot overlord pirate from Rayman 2.
Yes, the seminal Rayman game.
Hang on a minute now. We will come back to that.
What, you don't think that's the best Rayman game?
I
Sorry, this is a tangent. Yes, we'll
I
come back to
don't-
that. What's harder? Living underwater or living in space? Because both areas want you dead. Space has got to be easier to live
You
in.
kind of face this like similar challenges.
Water, food, plantation. In fact, I would say space would be easier because the ocean wants you dead. Space will just kill you. A shark will eat the fuck out of you. There's no space sharks. Well, there could be, but I haven't found space sharks. So as of right now,
You haven't found any.
so I
Okay,
can
that-
confirm,
This reassures me.
as of my findings, there are no space sharks.
That's good.
Where would you rather live, underwater or in space?
I think the view from space would be better.
I don't think you'd have a view in either. You ain't putting a fucking plexiglass window up in space. You may have a camera that you fucking project up, but that's not the same as a window.
But then I could do that underwater. Like, I could just have like space walls.
You just put wallpaper up, Slodey. It's not the same. You can't live on Earth, or you can't live on land.
Well, eventually someone's gonna bomb, and you kind of
Why
apart
does
from
everything
that.
come back to you when
Because
you
it is gonna happen.
You're a dark
That's
guy.
how we're gonna die. Yeah, I think space is probably just a better
Space.
option.
Yeah, I agree.
From a
space.
and like from like a living, I think space would be more fun, more interesting.
I think space would be baller as fuck, dude.
I assume you'd have to recreate gravity,
How?
otherwise it wouldn't be. You just make an outer thing, then you make an inner thing, and you spin the inner thing so that everything is pushed against the outer.
So you're making a citadel. You're making a core of a planet.
Yeah. That's your outer shell.
Yes.
Right? And somewhere like say like that, this is actually like this shape, and we're looking at like a cross section of it, like that's the middle. So inside that, then you have your inner shell. This inner shell rotates round, and then everything is pushed towards the outside.
Yes.
Because like the force will generate.
So then you're doing.
You build everything around the outside of this.
We don't feel the Earth rotating because of how insanely large it is. I know.
Well,
it's
it
not,
wouldn't
but
generate
it
any
is.
wind. It would just like
No,
the
I
only
didn't say wind.
force it's going
I
to
mean,
generate.
we would feel seasick all the time.
Like so, say that is like
I'm thinking like a glass of
There.
water, right? And then when you spin it like that, like you get all the water on the outside,
yeah,
right?
that's the same effect.
Yeah, it's centrifugal force. We are not scientists. What is worse, going to space or going underwater? Like what your body? Because you gotta remember, you are doing this. You are getting strapped into a fucking rocket and getting blasted off to a circle. I honestly think going underwater is more dangerous. All
now.
that water, all that sort of depressurizing.
You have different
There's animals
challenges.
who could just fuck that up. Just a fucking shark just goes into the elevator, cracks a little bit, Dunyan rings.
We don't have time. We're just going to die anyway. Rockets, nuclear rockets.
Thanks for watching, guys. It's been the 2D show. I'm going to end it on this lovely, upbeat note. That's 2 episodes now. You ended with death. Remember, you can get us every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday. You can email your topics for the Friday show by emailing us topics@2dshow.com or tweeting us at 2D show. Remember, we love you, and we'll see you on Friday.
Stay safe.
You need help.
It's gonna fucking happen, dude.
It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. It's going to happen.
When it happens, you won't be disappointed. Well, you will. But you won't be as disappointed because I will have forewarned you. I was genuinely pricing up machetes the other day.